Construction law in Malaysia refers to the legal framework that governs the construction industry, including the regulations and laws that relate to the planning, design, construction, operation, and maintenance of buildings and infrastructure projects. The Malaysian construction industry is regulated by various laws, regulations, and guidelines, including Contracts Act 1950, Construction Industry Payment and Adjudication Act 2012, the Malaysian Construction Industry Development Board Act 1994, the Building and Common Property, Maintenance and Management Act 2007, the Street, Drainage and Building Act 1974, Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, and Environmental Quality Act 1974. These laws set out the standards and procedures that must be followed to ensure that construction projects are carried out safely, sustainably, and in compliance with Malaysian law. Construction law in Malaysia also covers contractual arrangements between parties involved in a construction project, such as owners, contractors, and subcontractors. These contracts must comply with Malaysian law and are usually subject to dispute resolution mechanisms, including arbitration and mediation. In addition, construction law in Malaysia includes regulations and guidelines related to building codes, environmental impact assessments, occupational safety and health, and the use of sustainable building materials and construction methods. The purpose of construction law in Malaysia is to ensure that all construction projects are carried out safely, sustainably, and in compliance with Malaysian law. It is essential to protect the rights and safety of workers and to ensure that construction projects meet the needs of the community while minimizing their impact on the environment. Several professionals involved in the construction industry in Malaysia should have deep knowledge of construction law. These include lawyers. Construction lawyers in Malaysia specialize in the legal aspects of the construction industry and have a deep understanding of construction law, regulations, and contractual arrangements. They are responsible for advising their clients on various legal matters related to construction projects, including contracts, disputes, and compliance with regulations. Engineers, architects, and quantity surveyors in Malaysia are involved in the planning, design, and construction of buildings, and contracts administration of infrastructure projects. They need to have a deep understanding of construction law, to ensure that their designs comply with building codes and regulations, and that their construction projects are carried out legally, safely and sustainably. Contractors and subcontractors are responsible for the construction and management of construction projects. They need to have a good understanding of construction law, including contract law, to ensure that their contracts comply with Malaysian law and that they are protected from legal disputes. Project managers oversee the planning, design, and construction of construction projects. They need to have a good understanding of construction law to ensure that their projects are carried out safely, efficiently, and in compliance with Malaysian law. Construction industry regulators in Malaysia are responsible for enforcing construction laws, regulations, and standards. They need to have a deep understanding of construction law to ensure that they are enforcing the law correctly and consistently. Various professionals involved in the construction industry in Malaysia should have deep knowledge of construction law, including lawyers, engineers, architects, contractors, subcontractors, project managers, and construction industry regulators. Construction law in Malaysia is typically used in the following situations. Planning and design. Construction law is used during the planning and design stages of construction projects to ensure that the proposed building or infrastructure project complies with Malaysian laws and regulations, including building codes and environmental impact assessments. Construction law is used in contractual arrangements between parties involved in a construction project, such as owners, contractors, and subcontractors. Contracts must comply with Malaysian law and are usually subject to dispute resolution mechanisms, including arbitration and mediation. Construction law is used during the construction phase to ensure that construction projects are carried out safely, sustainably, and in compliance with Malaysian law. Occupational safety and health regulations, building codes, and environmental impact assessments are examples of construction law that apply during the construction phase. Construction law is used during dispute resolution between parties involved in a construction project. Disputes can arise over various issues, including contract disputes, construction defects, and payment disputes. Construction law provides the legal framework for resolving these disputes through arbitration or mediation. Construction law is used to ensure compliance with Malaysian laws and regulations related to the construction industry. Construction industry regulators are responsible for enforcing these laws and regulations, and failure to comply can result in fines, penalties, and legal disputes. Construction law in Malaysia is used throughout the entire construction project lifecycle, including planning and design, contractual arrangements, construction operations, dispute resolution, and compliance and enforcement. The first step in applying construction law in Malaysia is to understand the relevant laws and regulations that apply to the construction project. This includes familiarizing yourself with laws and regulations related to planning and design, contractual arrangements, construction operations, dispute resolution, and compliance and enforcement. Once you have a good understanding of the relevant laws and regulations, the next step is to ensure compliance with them. This may involve obtaining the necessary permits and approvals, complying with building codes and environmental impact assessments, and complying with occupational safety and health regulations. If you are involved in a contractual arrangement, such as an owner, contractor, or subcontractor, it is essential to draft contracts that comply with Malaysian law. This may involve seeking legal advice and ensuring that the contract includes provisions for dispute resolution mechanisms, such as arbitration and mediation. Construction projects involve various risks, including financial, legal, and safety risks. Applying construction law in Malaysia involves managing these risks through various means, such as using sustainable building materials and construction methods and ensuring compliance with occupational safety and health regulations. If a dispute arises, it is essential to follow the dispute resolution mechanisms specified in the contract, which may include arbitration or mediation. It is important to ensure that the dispute resolution process complies with Malaysian law and that the outcome is legally enforceable. In summary, applying construction law in Malaysia involves understanding the relevant laws and regulations, ensuring compliance with them, drafting contracts, managing risks, and resolving disputes through legal mechanisms. For more video on construction law, please press like, share and subscribe to my channel or comment below for more information about construction law Malaysia.